Hi, this is Koshik Ranchow with another weekly immigration episode for our Ranchow Law Group viewers. And today I'm going to talk about a frequently asked question that I get. What's the difference between an immigrant visa and adjustment of status? So basically these are two different processes, and it's extremely confusing to people because it's not intuitive. So an immigrant visa is a situation where, let's say you have a spouse abroad and you're married to them and you're living in the United States. And in that situation you'd be applying for a green card for them while they are abroad. You go through the green card process where you first file the I-130 here in the United States, then it goes to the National Visa Center, and you submit documentation that the National Visa Center requests, including affidavit of support. You have to complete a DS-260. You have to supply a lot of original documentation, such as police reports, birth certificate, etc. And then after that process, it goes finally to your home country's embassy, and then you have an interview there, and then you finally come in and obtain the green card. So that is when your spouse would be abroad, and that whole process can take anywhere from 8 to 12 months usually, so people are also surprised to find that it takes so long, but that's just the nature of the bureaucracy that we face. And as a member of the American Immigration Lawyers Association, we're always trying to improve these processes and lobby through Congress, but right now that's what it is right now, and it is a long time to be separated for your spouse. So that leaves us to the next process of, well, what about doing an adjustment of status? But adjustment of status is appropriate if your spouse is already in the United States. So it's not really an appropriate procedure if your spouse is already abroad. So in that situation, it's your spouse came abroad and is living with you, and let's say they came here and they were on an H-1B visa, or they're a student visa, or another type of visa, and then you decide that you are in love and you want to get married. Well, then you can apply for what's called adjustment of status, and that's basically the technical term for getting married and deciding that you want to file for a green card in the United States. And that process, you can do a one-step application where you're filing the I-130, 485, I-864, G-325s, and additional appropriate documentation with the application. For the green card application, you can get work authorization within 90 days unless there's an RFE that's issued, which would stop that processing time. And you don't have to leave the United States. So that's the benefit of adjustment of status, is you get to stay in the United States. And if you've actually overstayed your visa for more than 180 days, you'd be subject to a 3-year bar if you left. And if you overstayed for more than a year, you'd be subject to a 10-year bar if you left. And typically for the processing times for adjustment of status, we're seeing anywhere from about 4 to 8 months in the Sacramento, San Francisco, San Jose area. Each location differs in processing times, and it also fluctuates because of the government internal backlogs. So those are basically the two different types of processes that we've discussed today. We've discussed immigrant visa and consular processing, where you apply at the embassy, and then we just discussed the adjustment of status process, where you apply and your spouse is already in the United States. I hope that this video was helpful and informative to you in distinguishing these two processes, so now you're a little bit more educated when you decide in planning your immigration decisions in the future of how you want to go about it and what the most appropriate procedure is for you. I invite you to give us a call at 916-613-3553, and we're happy to answer any questions. We answer questions like this all day long. And I want to thank you for taking time to watch this video. Just by watching this video, you're helping yourself, you're helping your family, and by helping your family, you're bettering our country. Thank you, and until next week.